Hey everyone, it's Starlight Plurs, and I'm doing a overview, general guide about Halloween and special effect makeup, stage makeup for this time of year because Halloween's around the corner and maybe for your costume you want a bullet wound or a flesh wound or a cut or a scar or something. So I want to go over some stage makeup options that you have. Now I know at stores they sell like a pre-made scar sometimes. It's just a piece of rubber that you attach to your skin using spirit gum. I personally don't like to use these because I don't think they look real. So I actually like to work with two different products to make scars, and these are basically two options that you have to make realistic looking scars. The first one is a nose and scar wax, and the second one is liquid latex. These are both by Benai. Most of the products that I have for stage and special effect makeup are by Benai. They just make really good products, but I'll talk very quickly about the nose and scar wax. Now this is exactly what the name is. It's a wax, and they do have some like skin tones that you can choose, which is really nice because it helps with blending out later on. But what you usually do with this is you take a little bit out and you form it into your hand to whatever shape that you want. What I usually do is form it into like a little worm and then attach one here and then attach another one over here, and so it looks like broken skin, and you just kind of like knead it onto your skin as well to make it smooth. Now, the way that you attach this stuff is by using your spirit gum, like you would use with a pre-made scar. Now, the wax, I do like working with it because you can manipulate it to whatever shape that you want, but it can be very difficult to take off because it's sticky and it just gets kind of attached to your skin. It can be just a pain to take off. What I actually prefer to use, and I think it's a lot easier, is liquid latex, again by Benai. And there's also some different colors of latex: clear, white, skin tone. This is just, it dries clear. But the liquid latex, you don't need to apply the spirit gum to attach the liquid latex because it's wet, it's going to get sticky, so you can attach whatever you want on top of it. Now, to do scars with liquid latex, you need to build up layers of liquid latex and toilet paper, or a napkin, which I know sounds really weird. The napkin or toilet paper that you're going to use, however, needs to not have a pattern in it. No flowers, no squares, no little squiggles, nothing like that, because it will show up. It will show up, basically. But the way that you do the scars, again, is you start off with a layer of liquid latex, toilet paper, let it dry, another layer of latex, toilet paper, and so forth. And I'll usually do about 5 to 6 coats. And then what I usually do then is take a pair of tweezers and you actually break through the toilet paper, exposing the skin, and then the skin, or the toilet paper and latex, looks like broken skin. So it looks like a wound. So that's basically how I do the two different methods of wounds for stage and Halloween makeup. Now, one thing that I would do next, and I recommend it depending on what colors that you use for the wax or the latex or whatnot, is blending it out to, of course, match the rest of your skin. I recommend just buying, cheap foundations. I found these at like dollar stores. Cheap powders as well. Again, go to dollar stores to find, cheap makeup that you don't really care about what happens to it. Or, of course, you can do a zombie look and use cream products. Your black, green, and white. But I actually like to mix these with foundation on a dish, so that way it's a little bit easier to work with, and kind of gives it, I think it looks better just to mix it with foundation. So of course blend that out, and what I'll do next is use eyeshadows or powders, whatever color powder makeup that you have, to of course blend around. Maybe if you're doing like a zombie look, you want to put like some black, like some bruising or whatnot, just to make it look better and cohesive with your whole skin. Now, the actual inside of the scar, what I like to do is put a matte shadow inside that, a matte red shadow inside that. This one is by Benai, and no sparkles, no nothing. Make sure it's matte, and just fill in the entire area that you are going to put blood in. Now, what I also like to do is, for some special effects, is adding a little bit of black, maybe towards like the inner, like the flap of where skin would be, or some brown, a matte brown, or a matte purple, just to, give it like more of like a rot of decay, because it will actually look a lot better once you put blood on top of it. So, now I'll talk about blood. There are many types of blood, and here's what you would find typically at a store, just a tube of, fake blood or whatnot. These I actually don't like to work with because I don't think they look real. Once they dry up, they look just like the top of this little cap right here. It looks like Crayola marker red, which doesn't look like real blood. So, but it's okay to still use these, to like build up layers. if you want, but the bloods that I like to work with, love these, are more stage and theatrical blood, which Benai has a huge range of different bloods. This one is actually dark blood, which will do exactly what it says. It looks like a darkened, like decayed blood. So if you want that type of effect, make sure you buy a darker blood. They also have like I think a stage blood. I've never worked with it before, but I think it's more like a fresh, like, you know, more red tone instead of like a more dark blackened red. Now, my personal favorite blood, I love this one. It was recommended to me at the store that I went to. Is by Kryolan, and this is Blood Effects, and the color is dark. This stuff looks so real. I love this, and I am going to do some tutorials using these two methods that I just talked about, where you're going to see how this blood just looks amazing. Even when it dries, it looks the same, almost like when it's wet. So if you want a really good special effect, look at Kryolan bloods or Benai bloods. These are just, they just look so much better than the ones you buy at stores. So I think that is actually it. Let me talk very quickly about the Spirit Gum as well. Spirit Gum, this is also by Benai, is it's an adhesive for whatever you want to put on your skin, the wax, or, you know, a pre-made scar. And it's, of course, non-toxic because it's going on your face. But what I would recommend that you also buy with the Spirit Gum is Spirit Gum Remover, which Benai, of course, makes one, and they even sometimes sell the two into a kit. They're really inexpensive. This is like $3 maybe, and the little Spirit Gum was like $2. And I just would recommend this because the Spirit Gum will sometimes leave a little bit of residue on your skin that soap and water will not really take off that well, so I do recommend this. Other things that I recommend are cheap brushes. Go to your arts and crafts, dollar stores, find these for putting on the latex, because the latex will definitely ruin your brushes, and the blood will sometimes ruin them as well, depending on which one you use. But use cheap brushes. Don't use your everyday brushes. You know, little makeup kits that you get, those little nasty brushes that are just so poor quality, save them because they will come in handy. I think that's really it. Other things that I usually keep in my little Tupperware of all my special effect makeup is, you know, hand sanitizer. I'll keep little mixing little dishes or whatnot. You know, some wipes are in here. Other thing that I do recommend is, of course, you know, blending sponges. These are by e.l.f. It was just $1 for like 10 of them. And little glass dishes as well, like this, for like mixing colors or putting your liquid latex in here and then dipping your brush into it. Because when it dries, you just peel it off because it's liquid latex. But yeah, I think that is actually everything as far as my overview of Halloween and special effect makeup and materials. I will be doing a video showing, you know, the two different techniques, you know, one using the wax and then one using the liquid latex. And, you know, showing you guys some nasty, scary scars that they just look so gross. So just be on the lookout for that on my channel. If it grosses you out, don't watch them. But I can't promise what the thumbnail is going to look like. But, you know, there's just tons of stuff that you can play with for Halloween. You know, some other things that you can play with is, you know, if you want to add like a, I don't know, like a really nasty texture to it, they'll sometimes sell these. These are like, you know, it's called Burn Scar, but it's like a little powder that you mix with water and then you just like add on top of it. Some people use like corn flakes as well, just to look like a putrid type of wound. But yeah, I think that's it as far as my overview. Again, any questions or comments, leave them down below, and look out for the videos coming up. I'm sorry if you get grossed out, but hey, it's Halloween. Have fun with it. Any questions, leave them down below, and thanks for watching. Bye.